Special thanks to Patreon supporter Bisky Nisky for making this tutorial possible. Hello ladies and gentlemen, it's Gary before here bringing you another Minecraft World War II vehicle tutorial. In this tutorial we'll be going ahead and building the Henschel HS-129. The Henschel HS-129, also known by its popular name the Duck, was a World War II ground attack aircraft fielded by the German Luftwaffe. The aircraft saw combat in Tunisia and on the Eastern Front. A crew requirement of the original specification was the aircraft to be powered by engines that were not in demand for other designs. Prototypes with low-powered German Argus AS-410 engines of 465 PS, or what translates to 459 horsepower, failed acceptance tests. A more powerful replacement was found with the Friedrich Norm 14M engine of 690 horsepower. The design was relatively effective when it was first introduced and saw service on the Eastern Front in a variety of frontline roles. As the war continued and anti-tank support became the main goal, the aircraft was continually upgunned, eventually mounting a 75mm gun in the anti-tank role that left the plane barely flyable. Only a small number of these B-3 models were produced late into the war. So the version we have right in front of us is the HS-129B3. This is the upgun version, basically one of the pinnacle designs of the Duck, which incorporates this, gun on it. Now, I'm not sure if a Duck, or the nickname Duck, is an official term used or anything. I just know it as that, and a lot of people, especially the War Thunder community, seem to call it the Duck, mainly due to its flat bill type nose. And looking at real pictures, you can kind of see, looking at the build we have in front of us, but also real life pictures, you can definitely see where the name Duck comes from. But yeah, really cool ground attack aircraft, and this is a redesign. But before we go ahead and jump in and take a look at the build, I want to go and give special thanks to Patreon supporter Bisky Nisky for making this tutorial possible. If you guys are interested in supporting the channel more, you guys already do, feel free to check my Patreon page. Link is down in the video description, where you can go and pledge a small amount to the channel every month and earn a vehicle request of your choosing, depending on which tier you sub to. Help support the work I do on the channel, and you get a cool benefit of earning vehicle request of your choice, depending on which tier you sub to. So again, feel free to check it out. It's always in my video description, so it's always easily available to find. Anyways, let's go ahead and kind of dive into the build and see exactly what we'll be going ahead and building, and then from there move on to the tutorial. So starting off with, we have the aircraft itself. So as you can see, we have the fuselage here. It's pretty reminiscent of the original one. The main difference here is that the fuselage is a little bit shorter, as it should have been. The previous version was a little too tall for accuracy purposes, so this one does lower the fuselage about a half a block. So we have the front cockpit here, the 75mm nose mounted gun, and as we work our way back, we have all the various details here. The fuselage, the German identification markings, and aircraft numbers here on both sides, and the tail, the rigging, all that fun stuff, wings, engines. So pretty straightforward, just a standard plane, but armed with a really cool 75mm gun on the front. Anyways, let's go ahead and move into the tutorial by beginning with our first layer. Alright guys, going ahead and jumping into our first layer, we'll be going ahead and jumping into layer number 2. Now we're starting off layer 2 because it gives us a better basis of our vehicle to kind of build off of for later layers, so that's why we're starting with this layer in particular. We'll build this layer and then we'll move down to layer 1. Now, one thing I want to mention also is, if you are completely new to my aircraft tutorials, the way these are structured is we're going to be doing half on camera, half off. What this means, I'm going to show you guys how to build the center line of the aircraft and then the entire right side, and then it'll be up to you guys in between layers to go ahead and copy the right side over to the left side. It's pretty straightforward, and once we get to those points and stuff, I'll talk about it a little bit further, but again, really self-explanatory. The aircraft is completely symmetrical, so whatever we do on one side, will be done on the other side, except I think for one tiny thing with the wings, but we'll get to that when we get there. Anyways, let's go ahead and get started. Now, the first thing we're going to do is we're going to be building our main gun here. Also, one thing I want to mention is this is only for the in-flight version. There is no landed version as well, so we are building this only for the in-flight model. Anyways, to begin with, we're going to place down a nether brick half slab, followed by a second slab, 3, 4, 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. So we're going to have 7 nether brick slabs here in total. On the very tip here, we're going to go ahead and place down a dark oak wood sign, a item frame, and a black concrete block in that item frame. To both sides of these first 2 nether brick slabs, we're going to place down 2 dark oak wood signs like that along the side there. Once that's done, we're going to then place down a black concrete block after that row 7 of nether brick slabs, and then we're going to follow this up by placing down 1, 2, 3, and 4 smooth quartz blocks. For the entire underside, and basically anywhere I say we're using quartz, we're going to be using smooth quartz because it has a better texture and doesn't have those harsh lines in between the individual blocks. So just throw that out there again for letting you guys know. And then coming off those quartz blocks, we're going to place down 2 iron trapdoors like this, coming off the top of the block, not on the bottom like that. You want them on the top. We're going to go and then skip a space of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 blocks, and 8. We're going to place down a block of coal, and we're going to then place down a lever here on the inside. So again, we have 7 blocks of space, the lever here, and then the block of coal. So the block of coal is 8 blocks away from that iron trapdoor right there. We then want to go to both sides of this block of coal. We're going to place down an item frame, stone button, and a white stained glass pane in the item frame like so. And then we can go and delete these placeholder blocks, and we have our center line complete like so. From this point here, we're going to start moving out to the sides. And for the sides here, whatever we do over here on this right side, you're going to be doing the same thing over to the left side. To begin with, we're going to go to this black concrete block. We'll place down a smooth quartz block next to it, followed by a second and third block back from it. We're going to then place down a quartz upside down stair, followed by a row of 1 and 2 iron trapdoors after that. And also going to this quartz block on the front here, we're going to place down 2 iron trapdoors going forward as well. When that's finished, we're going to then go to this second quartz block. We're going to place down an iron trapdoor on the side, followed by 2, 3, 4 iron trapdoors back. And we're going to go do the same thing again, 1, 2, 3, and 4 iron trapdoors. We then want to go ahead and place down a smooth quartz upside down stair, which is going to be coming off this first stair, or this first slab here. So upside down stair like so. And then going forward from it, we're going to place down an additional 1 and 2 stairs like that going forward. Now for the back here, it's going to be slightly different. We're going to place down a smooth quartz top slab coming off that stair, followed by 2 iron trapdoors back from it. Once that's done, we're going to go and take our smooth quartz full blocks, or sorry, rather a slab. We're going to place down a slab right here. And we want to go ahead and then place down a black concrete block after the slab. We're going to go ahead and then place down a smooth quartz block, followed by a second block after that, and then we want to place down 1 and 2 smooth quartz top slabs back like so. Our next row out to the side here, we're going to place down a quartz upside down stair like this, followed by 1, 2, basically 2 more stairs after it, so you have a row of 3, and then a smooth quartz top slab like that on the end, followed by a iron trapdoor directly behind it. And that right there is going to make this engine over here. And you're going to go ahead and basically transfer the same thing over here to this side, and you'll have basically your engines there complete on both sides. One thing also is that on this first stair here, to both sides, we're going to place down a birchwood sign like that, come off the fronts of the stairs. So take what we did over here on the right side, flip it over to the left side, and here's what it should look like from up above here for layer number 2. With that, we're going to drop down to layer 1, finish all the bottom details we need to do, and then we'll move on to layer 3 from there. Anyways, let's go ahead and move on to layer 1. Alright guys, moving on to our next layer, we have layer 1. For layer 1, to go ahead and get started with this layer, we're going to go and very simply go to the bottom here on this black concrete block. We're going to place down a quartz top slab, followed by 1, 2, and 3 back, followed by iron trapdoors 1 and 2 on the sides of the first 2 slabs, just like that in the front there. After that, we're going to go and then go to the engines. We're going to place down an iron trapdoor on the black concrete block and also on the bottom of that quartz slab. Same thing over here on this side as well, like that for both engines. After that's all complete, that is going to wrap up for what we have for layer 1. Really simple layer. With that, let's move on to layer number 3. Alright guys, moving into our next layer, we have layer number 3. For layer 3, to go ahead and get started with here, we're going to go to the third nether brick stair from this black concrete block. We're going to place down a smooth quartz block on top of it. We then want to place down a birchwood upside down stair coming off that block facing forward. Going back from that quartz block, we're going to place down a second quartz block, and we want to go ahead and then place down a third one, so row 3 like that. We then can go ahead and leave a space of 2, in this section left open for interior, or you can go ahead and close this off with a row 2 of black concrete. Either way will work. Just note that this right here will kind of be a space where you could put interior or will be visible from the outside. We're going to go ahead and place down a row of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9 smooth quartz blocks back. We're going to go ahead and place down a smooth quartz top slab, a birch wood top slab, another smooth quartz top slab, a quartz upside down stair like this, going down to this block of coal for the wheel here, and then 1 and 2 quartz top slabs back from the stair, and then an iron trap door. After that, working our way to the sides here, we're going to go to this upside down stair. We're going to place down 2 iron trap doors to the side here, and then we're going to place down a row of 5 of iron trap doors coming off the first top slab after the stair. So you get something that looks like that there for the start of the horizontal stabilizers. Once that's done, going ahead and going back up to the front here, we're going to place down a birchwood top slab coming off the side of the stair, followed by a yellow concrete block back, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8 green terracotta blocks back. We're going to then place down a dark oak wood upside down stair coming off of it, so you have a corner stair, regular stair like so, followed by a smooth quartz upside down stair, a nether brick upside down stair, and then a smooth quartz top slab after the nether brick upside down stair, just like that. And that's what it should look like so far. We're going to then go to the sides here of the yellow concrete block. We're going to place down a dark oak wood sign and also a dark oak wood sign on the side of this green terracotta block, followed by a dark oak wood button on this green terracotta block here. We're going to then place down a mossy cobblestone wall to the side, followed by 1, 2, 3, 4 green terracotta blocks back, and a spruce wood slab here on the end. And for this section here, we're going to start working on our engines. So for this, we're going to go ahead and place down another mossy cobblestone wall right here, followed by 1, 2, 3, 4 green terracotta blocks back, and again a spruce wood slab. When we get to this section here, it's going to be slightly different. For this section, we're going to place down a dark oak wood item frame like that, followed by a dark oak wood sign on the back of the item frame. Actually, we're going to do a dark oak wood trapdoor on the back of the item frame like that. Once we have that done, we're going to then place down a black concrete block back from that trapdoor, and then we're going to place down 1, 2, and 3 green terracotta blocks, followed by a dark oak wood stair facing that direction, and then coming off that dark oak wood stair, we're going to place down a spruce wood slab. Our next row here, we're going to place down a stone brick wall on this quartz slab, and then a black concrete block behind the stone brick wall. We want to then place down a red shulker box, followed by a wither skeleton skull coming off the red shulker box. And then going back from the black concrete block, we're going to take our green terracotta, 1, 2, 3 green terracotta blocks back, followed by a spruce wood stair coming off this dark oak wood stair, like so for the back. After that's done, our next row here, out to the side, we're going to place down a dark oak wood trapdoor here on top of this quartz stair, dark oak trapdoor on the back of it, like that. And we want to go ahead and then place down another black concrete block here. And on the side of that black concrete, we're going to place down a dark oak wood trapdoor, like so. We then want to place down a row of 1, 2, and 3 green terracotta block, or sorry, it's going to be a smooth quartz block right here, and then 2 green terracotta blocks, and then a spruce wood stair there on the very end. For our next row here, what we want to do for this is we are going to be going ahead and placing down a quartz upside down stair coming off this block right here, and then going back from the stair, we're going to place down a quartz upside down stair, so you have a corner stair, upside down stair, and a second upside down stair back. And then we want to go and just very simply place down a spruce top slab like that on the end there, so it looks like this. After that, we're going to go and take our smooth quartz slabs here. We're going to place down a row of 1, 2, 3, and then a spruce wood slab. And then in this section here, we do have the kind of German cross shape there, so we're going to be going and doing that. We're going to place down a quartz slab here, nether brick slab, quartz slab, 3 nether brick slabs, smooth quartz top slab, nether brick top slab, smooth quartz top slab, like that. And it's going to make that cross symbol. We then want to take iron trapdoors, and we're going to place down a row of 3 across. We're going to go then place down a row of 1, 2, and then 1, 2 out to the sides there, like so. And you're going to go ahead and very simply just take that same design, copy it over to the other side, and once you do, you'll have a top here that looks something just like that. Anyways, that right there is going to be it for layer number 3 for the build. And with that, let's move into layer number 4. Alright guys, moving into our next layer, we have layer number 4. For layer 4 to go ahead and get started with, we're going to go to the front of the aircraft here. On top of this upside down stair, we're going to place down a birch slab like so. We want to go and then go back from it to green terracotta blocks. And then right here you have the option to go back, leave a space of 3 of blocks open, or you can go and fill this in with a row of 3 of black concrete. Either way will work, just know that this is visible from the outside. After that, we're going to go and then place down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 green terracotta blocks back, a black concrete block, green terracotta, yellow concrete, and then 1, 2, 3, 4 green terracotta blocks back, and a dark oak wood stair, which should end on top of this iron trap door there on the back. And that's going to be your center line there of the fuselage. Out to the sides here, we're going to place down a birchwood slab, followed by a birchwood stair, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 green terracotta blocks back, a spruce wood plank, and then 2 black concrete blocks, followed by another brick wall, a mossy cobblestone wall, and then a sandstone wall like that. And the nether brick walls here should be next to the black concrete, and the sandstone wall should be next to the yellow concrete. Once that's done, for the tail here, we're going to place down 2 dark oak wood slabs on top of those 2 iron trapdoors, and then a row of 5 of dark oak wood slabs on top of those 5 iron trapdoors. We're going to go ahead and place down a row of 5 of spruce wood slabs, coming off the row of 5 of dark oak wood slabs like that for your horizontal stabilizers on the rear. Once that's complete, going ahead and going to the front here, we're going to go to the sides right here. We're going to place down 2 dark oak wood signs along those 2 green terracotta blocks, and a dark oak wood button here on both sides of the 3rd green terracotta block back. We're going to go ahead and place down a dark oak wood slab, followed by a dark oak wood trapdoor, followed by a dark oak wood slab, and then a dark oak wood slab after that. We then want to go ahead and take our zombie heads, and we'll be placing down a row of 1, 2, 3 zombie heads along the side here, and then a tripwire hook on both sides of those spruce wood planks. Once that's done, go ahead and go back up to our wings here. We're going to place down a dark oak wood slab here, dark oak wood trapdoor, dark oak wood slab, and then a dark oak wood trapdoor. And then to the sides here, we're going to place down a dark oak wood stair here, and same thing over here, and a top slab behind those stairs like so. We're going to go ahead and then place down a black concrete block here, and a dark oak wood stair to both sides. We also want to go ahead and place down a dark oak wood sign coming off both sides of these first stairs right here. Now once that's done, go ahead and going back from those stairs, we're going to place down a anvil to both sides. And we're going to go ahead and also place down a dark oak wood stair in the space in the middle there between those anvils. We're going to go ahead and also place a slab coming off that stair like so. Coming off these 2 anvils, we're going to place down 2 wither skeleton skulls. And we're going to go ahead and then take dark oak trapdoors, place down 1, 2 across like so. Once that's complete there, we want to go ahead and place down a dark oak slab next to this anvil, and we're going to go ahead and then take our green carpet. We're going to place down 1 green carpet here, and then 1, 2. We're going to go ahead and then do a row of 1, 2, 3. And then we want to go ahead and take our iron trapdoor. We're going to place down an iron trapdoor here, a dark oak trapdoor there, iron trapdoor, and then a dark oak trapdoor like that. We're going to place down black carpet on the nether brick slabs, and we also want to go ahead and take white carpet and place them down on top of these 2 smooth quartz top slabs like so. With that finished, going to the side here, we're going to place down 3 dark oak wood slabs on those 3 iron trapdoors, 2 dark oak wood slabs on those 2 iron trapdoors, and same thing right here, just like that for the wings like so. And once we have that done, we also want to go ahead and go to the right side wing, and this is going to be the right side wing only. We're going to go and go to this row 3 of dark oak wood slabs. We're going to place down 1, 2, and 3 end rods coming off that row 3 of dark oak wood slabs facing forward like so. And that's only going to be on the right wing, again, the right wing only. And with that all complete there, that is going to pretty much wrap up what we have there for layer number 4. And with that, let's go ahead and move into our next layer, layer number 5. Alright guys, going ahead and moving on to our next layer, we have layer number 5. For this layer, to go ahead and get started with, we're going to place down an anvil on top of this second green terracotta block in the center here. And then coming off it, we're going to place down wither skeletons go like that, basically for the gun sights here for the pilot. Back from the anvil, we're going to place down 1, 2, and 3, like Gray Sting was full blocks, followed by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 green terracotta blocks, smooth quartz block, black concrete block, smooth quartz block, green concrete block, a yellow concrete block, a row of 1, 2, and 3 green terracotta blocks, and then a spruce wood plank here on the end with a spruce wood trapdoor coming off the side here toward the rear. After that's done, going ahead and moving up to the front here, we're going to place down a zombie head at a slight angle to both sides of this anvil, and then we're going to go back 1, 2 light gray stainless blocks. We're going to go ahead and then place down a dark oak wood stair right here. And after that, we're going to take our green terracotta and go back 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 green terracotta blocks back, a diorite wall, a nether brick wall, and a diorite wall after that. We're also going to place down a zombie head here on both sides of this green terracotta block. We're going to go then place down a dark oak button here on this green terracotta block here on the rear, and then a spruce wood sign coming off the sides of this spruce wood plank. After that's done, we're going to then go to the engines here. And to finish this layer off, we're just going to go and place down 2 green carpets on top of those 2 blocks here in the center. So then dark oak with top slab and the black concrete block. And that right there is going to wrap up what we have for this layer. One thing I also want to mention is you can put the optional unit designation on the side of this aircraft if you do want. So for example, I used A1. You can also change it to whatever you guys want. I'll be linking a tutorial down in the description which will cover letters and banners so that you guys can make your own banners for the sides here, make your own unit designations and your own squadrons, and kind of do whatever you guys want there for the back. But anyways, that right there is going to wrap up layer 5. Let's move into layer number 6. Alright guys, going ahead and moving into our next layer, we have layer number 6. For layer 6 to go ahead and get started with, we're going to place down a nether brick slab on top of this like gray stainless block. One of the quick change here we're going to make for the front also is we're going to take like gray stainless panes, and we're actually going to place down a pane here on these corner glass blocks like so. So we're just going to kind of round the cockpit just a tiny bit more. But yeah, so we have the nether brick slab on top of this one, and on top of those 3 like gray stainless blocks there in the middle. We're going to go ahead and place down a row of 2 dark oak wood slabs, a daylight detector, a dark oak wood stair with the back of the stair facing toward the rear, or sorry, the front, followed by 2 daylight detectors, 3 dark oak wood trapdoors, and then 2 green carpets like that for the end. We're going to go ahead and then place down a nether brick wall, a black concrete block, a green terracotta block, and a spruce wood plank here on the end. On both sides of the green terracotta block, we're going to place down a dark oak wood button, and then a spruce wood sign on both sides of the spruce wood plank. Once that's finished, going back up to the front here, we're going to place down a wither skeleton skull here at a slight angle to the side there, and then 1 and 2 skulls back, followed by 1, 2, 3, and 4 daylight detectors back, and then 1 and 2 dark oak with trapdoors like that on the top there to finish that off. And that right there is going to wrap up what we have there for layer number 6. With that, we're going to move into our final layers. We have layers 7, 8, 9, and 10. We're going to basically put all the final stuff on the top there and finish the tail and all that, and also put the props on. So with that, let's go ahead and move into our last final layers. Alright guys, moving into our final layers, we have layers 7 through 10. For these layers to go ahead and get started with, we're going to go ahead and start with the tail here. We're going to place down a nether brick wall on top of this one, followed by a black concrete block on top of that one right there, and a stone button on both sides of that black concrete block. Going up from this block, we're going to place down a green terracotta block like so, and then a mossy cobblestone wall on the very top there. Once that's done, we're going to then go to this row, or this column back. We're going to go ahead and go up 1, 2, 3 green terracotta blocks, followed by a dark oak with trapdoor, which is going to sit on the very top there, like so. Then for the back section here, we're going to place down a additional spruce wood plank up like this, a spruce wood sign to both sides. We're also going to place down dark oak wood buttons on all 5 of those blocks like that, so it's going to be all the way up the side there. And then we're going to place down 2 mossy cobblestone walls here on the back side like that. After that's done, we're going to then go up to this dark oak wood stair here. We're going to place down 1 and 2 dark oak wood fence posts up. Come off this first fence post on the bottom, we're going to place down 2 barrier blocks. We then want to go ahead and go to our next fence post up, and we're going to go ahead and go back 1, 2, 3, and 4 barrier blocks back. And then we want to go ahead and go up to the 4th barrier block. We're going to go ahead and go up from it, and then we're going to go ahead and bring this all the way back and connect to that wall. So it should be a row of 5 across the top here. Now for our stone buttons, we're going to go ahead and go over here to the right side. And on our barrier blocks, the 2 on the bottom, we're going to place down 2 stone buttons. And then we're going to place down 2 stone buttons on these 2 blocks here. Across the tops of these 3, we're going to place down stone buttons. We're going to go ahead and then place down 1, 2, 3 stone buttons on those 3 blocks, and then 1 and 2 stone buttons on those, the tops of those 2 right there. And that right there is going to basically make our cabling there for the aircraft. And if we take our barrier block out of our hand and those disappear, we should get a design that looks like this here for the cabling, like so. And then the last thing we have to do here is the propellers. So the propellers here are super simple to do. All we're going to do is go ahead and go to this red choker box. We're going to place down 1, 2, and 3 over like so. We're going to then go on top of it, place down an air brick wall, 1 wall to the side, and an air brick slab out to the side like so at an angle. And then going down, we're going to place down an air brick wall, and then 2 walls that come down going toward the aircraft. And you can do the same thing over here as well. It's exactly the same. We're just going to go ahead and basically mirror it. So just kind of flip it over and build it like so. So when we look at it, we should get something that looks like this here for both those propellers. And with that done, that's going to finish off layers 7 through 10. And with that, that's going to complete my tutorial here for the HS 129 B-3 ground attack aircraft. If you guys do end up using this tutorial, I do ask that you guys give me proper credit for it. This would be the thing from a son of the build to my channel or this video if this does appear in social media sites. As long as you guys give me proper credit for the build that you're free to use for projects you guys are working on, overall enjoy the build, have fun with it, and all that fun stuff. Other than that, again, big special thanks to Patreon supporter Bisky Nisky for making this tutorial possible. And as always, feel free to check out my Patreon page. Link is always in the video descriptions. And anyways, that right there is going to do it for this video. Thank you all so much for watching. As always, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. This has been Gary204, and I'll see you guys next time.